I put the word out on Facebook that I was looking for one of these and couldn't find one. And thank you to the Crown Vic group. They pointed me in the direction and I actually found one. And so one tip I will give you if you're looking for these, if you look for center console, they don't show up. You look for clutter catcher, it shows up. I don't know why. It's weird, but that's how it comes out. So I know some of you absolutely hate these. I absolutely love them. The front cup holders seem to handle every kind of sized beverage I ever put in them. I usually put reading or sunglasses there, sunglasses there. You can put darn near anything and everything you want inside of here. The lock is of course a joke. Don't even bother. Like, don't think of this as a locking console, because if you put valuables in there and lock it and think they're safe, it would take a very inept thief to break through that, let alone any kind of talented thief. So it's not really lockable. And then of course this piece will break off. What happens, people put a lot of weight on the back side of it and it pops up. But what I found is you can JB weld inside of there once it breaks off, and then it usually won't break off again after that. And then of course your rear seat passengers have access to the cup holders there, which are completely useless. What I've found is any kind of cup you put in these will fall out even under moderate acceleration, moderate braking, or moderate cornering. So these do not work as well as the front ones. I don't know what the dilemma is, because they appear to, just to the naked eye, to be about the same. And then of course you have your keys and bolts to screw it in to whatever you're attaching to. In the very front you have coin holders for pennies, nickels, dimes, and quarters. With the way the economy is going, those don't really have any value anymore, but you know, nonetheless it's kind of nice to have them, like if you're in the fast food drive-through and you can give them exact change and you just get paper money back instead of more coins. But anyway, the question I am contemplating right now, and y'all can chime in the comments, if I push it up against there, since there's no usable stuff down here, you know, this kind of, it puts it totally up on top of the metal brace. But the coin holders are now useless, or at least inaccessible. If I start to back it up, the more I back it up, the more you have this wasted space there. However, your rear cup holders really are not really useful to the rear seat passengers until it's about there, which now you have a huge amount of empty space there. But since the rear cup holders generally don't work, they don't hold cups like these do, now I'm seeing it. So this side here is so much taller than here that I think this helps a little bit in the cups not falling out. But anyway, I'm thinking probably something like this, just so that the coin holders are accessible, at least a little bit. Even though I am creating dead space there, maybe I can ultimately figure out something to put down there. So let me know in the comments what you think. Like I said, I'm a big fan of these, so feel free to say that you hate these and that I should go get a civilian Taurus console or an Explorer console or whatever else. But like I said, I really like these. They do everything I need them to do. This thing is terrible for losing stuff. So you see I've put some tape over these holes because what was happening is I'd lay something down here, and I mean literally the teeniest bit of wind or the teeniest bit of movement of the car and it would go boom, right down in and then gone. Like, I've never seen anything like it. It literally swallows the stuff and you can't get it out without totally taking this piece out, which it was really getting annoying unbolting this thing just to get something out from under it and then having to put it back in. So I put the tape on, but it looks like crap. And with the center console, realistically, I sat in the driver's seat. It's not going to be able to be up here and cover these holes and be comfortable for the driver. It's going to have to be back approximately here to be comfortable for the driver, which leaves this ugly exposed area. So what I'm going to do is clean it with some alcohol. Make sure there's nothing greasy that's going to stop stuff from sticking to it. And then I'm going to put down some vinyl here so that it's all one color and all these holes are covered. I totally understand why they have these holes so big. You have to have them to be able to put the mounting bolts in, but you would think they could have come up with a little bit better design, because those holes are, I'm telling you, the biggest liability. Everything just seems to fall right in and then it's an abyss they fall into. I don't normally bolt these in. I normally just leave it sitting between the seats, but this one I went ahead and put 2 self-tapping screws, so it's real secure, and yet if somebody wants to remove it, it'll be real easy to remove, or even if they want to move it. Like I said, I really debated on where to put it because I hate leaving that big gap there, but I feel like this location here is the best as far as comfort for the driver, accessibility for the front passengers, and also accessibility for the backseat passengers. Like I've said before, these are not really good cup holders as far as, like, I would never just sit a drink in there and drive around. But if you're just putting it down temporarily to do something, or if you're keep your hand there to protect it, it's fine. But I would not drive around with an unattended drink there, because chances are it'll fall.